Santa and me. So Santa can't be everywhere and needs his helpers so fine, and some folk have to pretend to have a stomach like mine. I never needed to push a cushion down there. I was always plump enough to be convincing, sat on a chair, and invite the kiddies up to get their gift. My ho-ho-ho always gave them a lift. I always was Santa for work's children's parties, gave out toys galore, kisses and smarties. 2 children I knew well, aged 7 and 5, were so bright and alert I had to duck and dive. Now sweet blonde Mary came and sat on my knee. She was so smart it quite stunned me. She said, "Uncle Dick, I know it's you, but I won't tell Mike, he won't have a clue." Mike came next and sure enough was just delighted to be getting stuff. I saw every other child in the room. I created happiness, dispersed all gloom. When I returned and sat with them, Mike looked at me seriously, sort of grim. He said, "Uncle Dick, you missed Santa just now. After you left the room he came in, I don't know how. You missed him, 'cause he was here all the time that you were out there. Then he went out and you came in." He'd seen the lot and made me grin. To think he had observed it all, but had not worked out the meaning of my movements from the hall. Years later I was talking to a mate called Mark, who with his sister Michelle himself on my knee did park, as I played Santa to my workmates' children, as repeatedly I did again and again. Now I was in the bar of a working men's club, and of a joke had been the nub. I changed the subject and said to him, "It's ages since you last sat on my knee, of it my memory is dim." Now 40-year-old Mark said with outrage in his eye, "I have never sat on your knee, that I do deny." Now this remark had caused eyebrows to wiggle, and some people had started to giggle. I said, "Mark, Michelle, I have some very bad news. Having heard this, you may have the blues. About those Christmas parties you went to oh so long ago, I think it's time the truth that you should know. Now you may truly have thought it was the real Santa who to you brought those toys and sweets and kisses too. In fact, it were me that cuddled you." Now a large and grown-up man, he was well embarrassed, and that had been my plan. My final appearance as Santa to date, unless to be persuaded to make a return is my fate, and to wear again on each foot a boot, although I am now thinner and far more cute, was in a charity shop. Eileen managed and did me cop to play Santa for a mere £1, and to give each child in the shop she found to visit Santa to get a gift. I planned for them on to my knee lift. However, all the kids waved from me outside. Their parents would not part with £1. That hurt my pride. Eileen was not to be deterred. She did something that kept me afeared. She changed her sign so it did read that I was there to kiss any granny indeed. Suddenly there was a queue, and quite between me and you, she had sold me for a mere £1, prostituted me to very old ladies I found. Yes, she sold me for no great price. I did not feel like I wanted to do this twice, and certainly did not keep my eyes open wide. I felt like running away, wanted to hide. There suddenly were ever so many in the queue, lots of them, not just a few. It was a very scary day. Did I repeat it? I tell you, nay.